Joining me is Pennsylvania Democrat Senator John Fetterman. Senator, what do you make of the newest members of your political party coming out of New York?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a huge night for the dirtbag left last night in New York City. Without a doubt. And then you have someone very, very special like that Chevalier, and someone that she's an avowed communist, and that she described America as an effing disgrace, and she has said terrible things on social media. So for me, that's what all these candidates have. They become more and more anti-Israel, and that's become the standard procedure now. If you want to get elected now as a Democrat now, hate on Israel and say the most strongest anti-Israel kinds of statements. And it's a perfect correlation between, if you're going to be hating on Israel, become anti-Israel, you're also going to be anti-American. And, these kinds of views, they're going to be anti-Western civilization and those kind of values. And you've seen that, and how these people now they have to delete these things because they can't defend their records and what they've just said on social media.
What do you do, Senator? I think it's a question for every American, but it's a unique question for someone who is a part of your party. What do you do as a Democrat? How do you ensure that the future of your party isn't to represent socialism?
I'm a normal Democrat. I'm a Democrat that's proud to stand for Israel. I'm absolutely intensely proud to be an American, and America is absolutely the best country in history now. But there's people like Chevalier that she just got elected. She wants to abolish ICE, police, the border, and prisons. All these outrageous kinds of things. Now that's not even unserious. Like, how can people just ignore these kinds of things? And now they want to send someone here to Congress that wants to abolish prisons and now would wipe her mouth on the American flag.
Right. I don't know how, but I do think I can go a long way towards the who. It looks like in exit polling, the people that voted for these socialist candidates in New York City are comprised of two major groups. One, white, liberal, college-educated. Two, foreign-born voters. Stephen Miller tweeted out that 50% of New York now does not treat English as its primary language. 25% are not even English proficient. So between people who perhaps migrated here from socialist countries or people that went to Barnard, they are ready to embrace socialism. Those two demographics.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying that, like I think you pointed out, any of these people that lived under socialism or communism now, we all know that it's about capitalism and it's free markets. That's the only proven way to raise human condition living across our globe. These people are embracing those kind of a thing. And without a doubt, that's the direction that the Democratic Party is going in. They're not even, again, they're not just socialists. Now they are drifting firmly into communism now. So, they have no records. They otherwise saying the most outrageous, extreme things. And now people are willing to defend these things and pretend that they are unfit to serve in Congress. And I don't know why, if they hate America so much, why do they want to be in our government and be a part of our country?
We're long past the days of having a debate about whether or not the top marginal tax rate should be 39 or 33%. Senator, I wish you the best of luck in reintroducing sanity into your party. It's good to hear you speaking like this here today, and not like Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey, who says that we're a big tent. I don't think that tent should be big enough to embrace people that openly hate America, and we appreciate that from you, Senator Fetterman.
Okay, thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.